There are some celebrities who just pass through the spotlight, and then there are icons who completely redefine what it means to be famous. Cindy Crawford didn't just walk into the fashion industry, she owned it. From the moment she stepped into the public eye, she became much more than a model. She became a symbol. Cindy had this rare combination of flawless beauty and real-world charm that made her instantly unforgettable. She wasn't just the face of fashion in the 80s and 90s, she was the standard. But the moment that really pushed her from famous to legendary came in the form of a 60-second commercial that the world still remembers. In 1992, something simple yet unforgettable aired on TV. It was a Pepsi commercial. Cindy pulls up in a red sports car, steps out wearing a white tank top and denim shorts, walks over to a vending machine and takes a sip of soda. That's it. No dramatic music, no special effects, just pure presence. But somehow, that scene lit up the world. People couldn't stop talking about it. It became one of the most iconic ads ever made, and it wasn't because of the soda. It was because of Cindy. Her effortless beauty, her confidence, and her magnetic energy turned an ordinary commercial into a cultural phenomenon. What made that moment so powerful? It wasn't just how she looked, although that certainly played a part. It was the way she made people feel. Cindy had this charm that made her seem both out of this world and completely approachable. She had movie star looks, but she gave off that girl next door vibe. That kind of energy is rare, and Cindy had it naturally. She didn't need flashy gimmicks or wild costumes. All she needed to do was be herself, and that was enough to leave millions breathless. That commercial didn't just sell soda, it sold. The idea of effortless cool. Cindy wasn't trying to be perfect. She already was. The image of her casually sipping a drink under the sun was so striking that it became part of pop culture forever. It's still referenced today, decades later, and it's not hard to see why. There was something so powerful about the simplicity of it all. Cindy Crawford, a soda can, and a moment in time that made the world pause. Of course, her career didn't begin or end with that commercial. Cindy was already dominating the fashion world long before that. She graced the covers of magazines like Vogue, Elle, and Cosmopolitan. She walked runways for the biggest designers in the world and brought a unique energy to every shoot. But unlike many models who stayed behind the camera, Cindy became a personality. She made people care about more than just her looks. She was someone people wanted to hear from, not just look at. She crossed over into television, film, and business, proving that she was more than a pretty face. She was a powerhouse. People often joke that Cindy caused global warming. Not literally, of course. It's just a playful way of saying that. Her presence was so powerful, so magnetic, that it felt like she raised the temperature everywhere she went. And honestly, it's not far off. Whether she was on a magazine cover or walking into an event, all eyes were always on her. She had that spark, that unspoken magic that can't be taught or faked. But what really made Cindy stand out was how grounded she stayed. Even with all the fame, all the attention, she never let it get to her head. She often talks about her small-town roots and the simple values she was raised with. She's a proud mom, a dedicated wife, and someone who still finds time to connect with fans. In a world where fame often changes people, Cindy stayed real. And that's why so many still admire her today. Even now, years after her modeling heyday, Cindy remains a huge influence. In her 50s, she still looks amazing, but more importantly, she carries herself with wisdom and class. Social media has only made her legacy stronger. Younger generations who never saw her Pepsi ad when it first aired are now discovering her and becoming fans. She continues to inspire people, not just to look good, but to believe in themselves, to take control of their careers, and to stay true to who they are. Cindy also broke barriers in a time when models weren't expected to speak out or build brands. She changed that. She took control of her image and made smart moves in television and business. Her skincare line became a massive success, not just because of her name, but because people trusted her. She wasn't just showing up for photo shoots, she was building something bigger than herself. And that's what makes her a real trailblazer. Away, Cindy Crawford represents the perfect balance: beauty, brains, and authenticity. She taught an entire generation that it's possible to be glamorous and grounded, powerful and kind, confident and relatable. She wasn't just the most famous model of her time, she was a role model in every sense of the word. And that's why people still talk about her today. That's why a simple soda commercial became a moment that millions still remember. Cindy didn't just create trends, she created moments. And in doing so, she became someone who's more than just beautiful. She became someone who made people feel something real. If Cindy Crawford's story left you impressed, share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories about the world's most unforgettable personalities.